Morning call. Thank you so much. If you miss a Wednesday morning call or know somebody that would benefit from some of the information shared, please do let them know that we keep all recordings and they are available to review at a later date. If you could, if you are able and not driving, to change your Zoom name to your first and last name so we know who's joining us this morning. Our conversation on these Wednesday morning calls are divided basically into three parts. The first is that we will spend some time in prayer and study of scripture with dwelling in the word, led by Bishop Aarons. Then we will spend some time in a conversation, what's on your mind, what is on your heart, what would you like to bring to consideration of the whole. And then the last little section after that is announcements for the good of the whole. So things happening in the life of ECCT at your parishes, or other events that you think others would benefit from knowing are taking place. So dwelling in the word, what's on your mind, and then announcements for the good of the whole. And again, welcome. So grateful to you for sacrificing this hour on this brisk Wednesday morning. I will turn it over to Bishop Aarons for dwelling in the word.
Thanks. This coming Sunday is the third Sunday after the Epiphany, so we'll offer the opening collect for this coming Sunday. The Lord be with you. Give us grace, O Lord, to answer readily the call of our Savior Jesus Christ, and to proclaim to all people the good news of his salvation, that we and the whole world may perceive the glory of his marvelous works, who lives and reigns with you and the Holy Spirit, one God, forever and ever. Amen. This Sunday, I chose for the dwelling in the word for today, I chose this psalm for this Sunday. It's a very powerful psalm and has lots of profound things to say to us and to our prayer and to how we live our lives in the world. So I'm going to invite Bishop Jeff to read the psalm the first time. And as you hear the psalm being read, I invite you to explore with the Lord, what word or phrase is God calling you to notice? Where does your heart and your imagination go as you hear this prayer, this psalm? Feel free to share your thoughts in the chat. I will I will read the passage a second time. And when you hear it being read a second time, how does this, I expect you to explore with the Lord, how does this psalm comfort you? How does it challenge you? And what might it be calling you to try on as you move forward in our shared Christian journey? So feel free to share your thoughts and prayers in the chat around that. And then after the dwelling in the word, reading of scripture, we'll end with the Lord's Prayer. Um, I'll offer it in English. The Reverend Dana Campbell will offer it in French, and the Very Reverend Lena Howell will offer it in Spanish. So, Bishop Jeff, over to you.
A reading from Psalm 62. For God alone my soul in silence waits. Truly my hope is in him. He alone is my rock and my salvation, my stronghold, so that I shall not be shaken. In God is my safety and my honor. God is my strong rock and my refuge. Put your trust in him always, O people. Pour out your hearts before him, for God is our refuge. Those of high degree are but a fleeting breath. Even those of low estate cannot be trusted. On the scales they are lighter than a breath, all of them together. Put no trust in extortion, in robbery take no empty pride. Though wealth increase, set not your heart upon it. God has spoken once, twice have I heard it, that power belongs to God. Steadfast love is yours, O Lord, for you repay everyone according to his deeds.
We're reading from Psalm 62. For God alone, my soul in silence waits. Truly, my hope is in him. He alone is my rock and my salvation, my stronghold, so that I shall not be shaken. And God is my safety and my honor. God is my strong rock and my refuge. Put your trust in him always, O people. Pour out your hearts before him, for God is our refuge. Those of high degree are but a fleeting breath. Even those of low estate cannot be trusted. On the scales, they are lighter than a breath, all of them together. Put no trust in extortion, in robbery, take no empty pride. Though wealth increase, set not your heart upon it. God has spoken once, twice have I heard it. That power belongs to God. Steadfast love is yours, O Lord, for you repay everyone according to his deeds. I could invite Dana and Lena to unmute. Let's pray together the Lord's Prayer. Our Father,
Notre Père
art
qui
in
es aux
heaven,
cieux, que
hallowed
ton
be
nom
thy
soit
name.
sanctifié, que
Thy
ton
kingdom
règne
come,
vienne,
thy
et
will be
que ta
done.
volonté soit faite ici sur la terre comme au ciel.
Danos hoy nuestro
Donne-nous
pan de cada
Today our
aujourd'hui
daily bread,
notre
Perdona
pain de
nuestras
ce jour.
ofensas, como
Pardonne-nous
también
nos offenses,
nosotros
comme nous
perdonamos a los que
pardonnons
nos
aussi à ceux qui nous ont
no nos
offensés.
dejes caer en
Ne nous soumets
tentación,
pas à la
nos del
tentation,
mal,
mais
porque tuyo
délivre-nous
es
du
el
mal.
reino, tuyo es el
Car c'est à
poder y
toi
tuya es la
qu'appartient
gloria,
le règne,
ahora y
la
por siempre.
puissance et la gloire dans les
forever and ever.
siècles des siècles. Amen.
Thank you all. Such good reflections in the chat. Thank you, Dana and Lena. One of my favorite Psalms. It was a privilege to share that time with all of you. So thank you.
Thank you, Bishop. Thank you for the psalm and the gift of silence. I'm always so grateful for this time on Wednesday morning when we can pause and sit together with Scripture. So thank you for that gift of time. This is the time when we are together where we talk about what is on your heart and mind, anything you'd like to bring to the attention of the bishops or your diocesan common staff for conversation. Stacy, good morning. Please remind you to introduce yourself and in what role you are joining us this morning.
Good morning, bishops, and good morning, ECCT. I am the Reverend Stacy Cole. I am your Secretary of the Diocese and Convention. I am slipping in right at the beginning because I do need to get on the road to head up to the diocese, to our staff retreat this morning up in Wethersfield. But I wanted to bring to all of your attention, as well as invite into a bit of conversation and welcome some questions if you have them. I don't know much yet, but there is a newly released online parish register that is linked to the, let me get the links, that is linked to the parochial report. So I'm going to put some links in the chat right now. The first one is the news story from ENS. The second one is the link to the actual new online parish register. This is from the Episcopal Church, from Tech. This is a brand new thing that will allow you to keep track of your services, attendance, all of those wonderful things that we regularly keep track of in that fancy book that sits somewhere in your office that you're always rummaging around and writing in on Sunday mornings, as we all do, or whenever you have a service. And then at the end of the year going, oh no, I've got to add all that stuff up. This wonderful new app, our online app, will help you keep track of that as the year goes, and then will automatically dump all that information into your parochial report and add it all up for you so that you don't have to do all that anymore. It does require you to register, so you will need to go through the registration process and get confirmed and set up. I will say, as a parish priest in my other side of my world, I am working on getting my parish set up for that, so I don't have a lot of information yet about how many you can register. Perhaps if Molly James or Carrie Combs or somebody else from our diocese who also works for Tech is on the call and has more information about that, or I will get more information as we go along. Yes, Carrie Combs, that's exactly what I was going to say. When you register, it'll be faster if you use your email address as you use for parochial report login. So whatever you use for your parochial report login, use that as your email registration. So there is a how-to video on the parishregister.episcopalchurch.org website down at the bottom. So when you go to that page, scroll to the bottom. I highly recommend you watch that video. I watched it last night. It is incredibly informative and will get you started on this. And I plan on coming back in the weeks to come and starting to talk more about this. And perhaps if there's more questions or more interest in kind of more unpacking about this, we could talk about ways to do some training around how to use this resource. But again, this is a new resource that is available. Please start using it in 2024 because it will make your 2024 parochial report so much easier.
Thank you, Stacey.
Thank you.
Did you have a question on this topic?
More of an additional information. So I emailed the info line and I asked if you can have more than one login per parish, and you can. So if you have multiple people who may be entering or leading services on like during the weekday, you can have multiple logins per parish.
Great. Allison just made a great suggestion that we have a training. And Dana, to your question, just a reminder that this is going forward. So this does not help you with your 2023 parochial report, but this is starting January 1 for next year's. And what I am unclear about and would encourage you to continue to at least log your services in the book and then enter the numbers. This is really more of a resource to help you with your parochial report, so you don't have to manually transfer all of this. But one of the things we haven't quite figured out is that we haven't quite figured out is what that does for the historical records of the parish. And so let us have a little bit of time to continue to wonder about that. And if you could continue to log in the paper and put it in the app, I think that is the safest measure. Okay. Anything else that people is on your mind? So I have something that I want to bring into your attention, which is that you may have heard or gotten news about some developing events out of St. Paul's in Shelton. And so I just want to read a statement for you all this morning and let you know where we are and what next steps might be. I received a letter and resolution yesterday, January 16th, from members of St. Paul's Episcopal Church in Shelton, who, having met in a parish meeting, chose not to elect a vestry and voted to state that they no longer wished to be associated with the Episcopal Church. The letter and resolution also declared that they, quote, are returning all assets and liabilities of St. Paul's and related financial responsibilities to the ECCT, end quote. This letter and resolution was also posted on the parish's website and on their Facebook page. This notice followed news to me on December 18 that the parish would exhaust all of its financial resources on December 31, as well as the reported resignation of wardens and the vestry just after Christmas. My staff and I are taking steps to respond to those individuals' apparent departure from the Episcopal Church and the reported abandonment by these individuals of the property of the parish. We shall ensure care for all people impacted by these developments and further consider next steps for St. Paul's. Please pray for all impacted by these events. That is the information I have to share with you this morning. I do ask that you hold everyone in prayer at the news of these sad developments. As we consider and walk with this community through what next steps might be. Are there questions of clarification? Of course, keeping in mind that information that can be shared at this point in the process is limited to things that can be shared publicly. And we will have time for prayer. There is a current Title IV complaint that is currently ongoing related to the rector of St. Paul's in Shelton. Yes. Kevin, I'm not sure about your second question. I cannot comment on the status of Father Samuel regarding this decision. There is still an ongoing Title IV case, and the latest developments in that can be found on the website under Title IV. The ongoing news and updates for this matter will become a part of the news feed on the main page that you can access. I have reached out through several email and phone call to Father Amjad and requested a meeting, and I hope that will be happening tomorrow. The notice was sent to me by Father Amjad, signed, the note was signed by Father, the note sending it was signed by Father Amjad. The resolution itself and the reasoning behind it was signed by members of the parish as a collective. And again, all of this is posted on the parish website and on the Facebook page. Any other questions of clarification? The Lord be with you. Let us pray. God of grace and mercy, the God who is our rock and our foundation, be with us in this troubled time. Give us your wisdom. Remind us that you are a God who makes a way always where there seems to be no way. And so we call on you to help us find our way forward. Help us to always put our faith and hope in you. Give us humility and patience and love, even in the midst of our grief or anger or confusion. Above all else, remind us that there is always Easter, there is always resurrection, there is always new life. Lead us to this empty tomb. All this we ask in your name. Amen. I want to be clear, just noticing some questions in the chat, that this is a matter of some members of St. Paul's leaving the Episcopal Church. This is not St. Paul's as a parish leaving the Episcopal Church. St. Paul's Episcopal Church in Shelton is still a parish of the Episcopal Church in Connecticut as of our conversation. So this is not about a parish leaving and taking their assets with them. This is members of a parish who are leaving. Thank you all for your care and your concern and your ongoing prayers. As I said, this notice will be on the news section of our website, which is just below the picture banner and the About Us section. And we imagine that there will be ongoing updates in the days ahead as we learn and know more, and we will share what we can when we can. Thank you. Anything else folks want to bring for conversation? Bishop Laura and I want to let you all know that we had a great work day together where we went through every single ministry of ECCT and developed our portfolios under the what's in my portfolio, what's in Bishop Laura's portfolio going forward, secondary to the reorganization, and we're excited about that and to share that with all of you. Our plan is to share that with you all on our next Wednesday morning call, which is the 7th of February, I believe. So we just wanted you to know that that work has been done. And we just want to bring that to the staff at the Commons and have a couple more conversations before we bring that and publish that with all of you. But we wanted you to know that that work has been done, and we are living into that currently. And I think the last thing, we just want to say our prayers are with all of those affected by the flooding over this past week, and we've reached out to the parishes and communities in the area of the flooding, and so far things sound like it was mostly okay. There was some flooding in Mystic, in the building in Mystic, but we've reached out again to the leaders in those various communities. But please do continue to keep them in your prayers. Okay, then if there's nothing else folks want to bring, I know, just looking, I just saw some folks on this. Yes, I wanted to thank
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Please, Bishop Laura.
No, please, Bishop Jeff, please.
Oh, I was just going to say on Sunday we had an incredible service of acknowledging the 175th anniversary of the abolition of slavery in Connecticut, and also marking this moment we are in as ECCT moving deeper into the conversation about reparations. And it was a stunning, moving, beautiful time together. And I want to thank all those in the various task forces and groups that helped plan it. Particular shout out to the Dean of our Cathedral, Dean Lena, and for the Cathedral congregation and staff who, as always, did a wonderful job hosting and gracious hospitality. All those who participated, it was just great. The cathedral was full. The music was glorious, and it was really a real gift to us all. So thank you to everybody who participated in that. Also, I see several of our deans, our regional deans, on the call today, and I want you to know that we had our first meeting of the deans this month, and so clergy in the different regions should start to hear from their deans, if you haven't already, about gatherings and next steps. So thank you again to those deans who have stepped forward to serve. Any announcements for the good of the whole as we turn our attention to announcements for the good of the whole? Yes, Dean Lena, good morning.
Good morning, Bishop. Miguelina Howell, your Cathedral Dean, and I have two announcements. One is that, and I'll put it on the chat, this Sunday is the third Sunday of Epiphany, and General Convention approved Resolution B004, and the hope is that this Sunday every year focus on the observance of our efforts to tell all Episcopalians and Anglicans about our monastic and Christian communities. And I would like to encourage you to add something in the prayers of the people, or just to mention it, especially in the light that we have a new intentional community that has a monastic aspect to it, Heaven. So I'd like to put the information in the chat. That's number one. Then number two, we have regional confirmations at the Cathedral on Easter Vigil at 7:30. If your parish is participating and presenting confirmants, please email me directly at lina.howell@ccccathedral.org and copy at Canon Allison Holo. I will copy in the chat. We would like to send for you to send the name of your confirmants, and also we're seeking acolytes, lectors, deacons, and ushers from the participating parishes. And when you communicate with us, please let me know if you're willing to sit with your confirmant or if you would like to be vested in the chancel. Investment is cassock, surplice, and white stole. And more information will be forthcoming. And I'm putting these details that I just shared on the chat. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Dean Lena. Whitney, good morning.
Good morning. I'm Reverend Whitney Alltop from St. Stephen's Ridgefield, and I had brought up a few weeks back something about braver angels, and I just wanted to report back on what I'm finding, and I'm excited about it, and so I wanted to encourage others to explore this. This is really a mechanism that seeks to enhance and encourage conversation across difference. And to depolarize our nation through just the effort to learn how to talk to each other across difference. And to that end, I really feel like it makes a point of I'm trying to get my thing here on as high as I can read. It's an effort toward dismantling white supremacy characteristics. And I have these ahead of me all the time to just see how I can pick apart any one of these or two or three of them in whatever effort I do. So, Braver Angels addresses some of the white supremacy characteristics, culture characteristics, such as power hoarding, fear of open conflict, defensiveness, perfectionism, a right to comfort, and a belief that there's only one right way. And so I just wanted to share that with you, encourage you to go to their website. They have a lot of online classes that can be engaged at everyone's own pace. I'm happy to share with you how we're developing this in this first quarter of the year. If you want to dialogue about ideas and kind of build upon each other's inspirations, I welcome that. So just a big shout out to that. Thank you.
Thank you, Whitney. Bishop Laura.
Thanks. I just want to remind folks that on Tuesday mornings from 9 to 10, the Lay Preachers Group meets on Zoom. The link is always in the e-news, and anyone who is a lay preacher in their parish, whether or not you're preaching or not that coming Sunday, I will tell you it's an extraordinary time to dwell in the Word and share some ideas about the scripture lessons coming up. And there's lots of great resources that are shared. I've been doing this for a month or so now, and I have to tell you, it's just extraordinary. It's a profound moment of prayer and Bible study with a wonderful community. So for anyone who's a lay preacher, please do join us Tuesday mornings from 9 to 10 on Zoom. It's an extraordinary experience, and I commend it to all.
Thank you, Bishop. Canon Dalton, good morning.
Good morning. Harlan Dalton, interim canon for advocacy.
Oh, you accidentally muted yourself.
It was my stray finger. With respect to reconciliation, I'm aware that at our last call 2 weeks ago, there was a robust conversation about the conflagration in the Holy Land. And the hunger, I think we could all hear for the opportunity to learn more, dig deeper. Also on that call, Catherine Green McCright, a priest and theologian, offered her skills as a writer to help if there was any way that she could. And so in response, we've invited Catherine, Reverend Green McCright, to craft a litany for those who are not ready for reconciliation, which can then be shared widely with the ECCT. And she's produced a draft already, and my hope is that by our next call, we'll be in a position to share that. In addition, we'll be creating a space on the website to gather resources. And so I know some of you put them in the chat last week, but if you would send them directly to me, that would be very helpful. And I'll curate and make sure that we all and our sisters and brothers beyond us know where to find them.
Thank you. Would you mind just introducing yourself again? There's a request in the chat. Folks might not have heard the beginning.
Yeah. Okay, Harlan Dalton, and I'm the interim canon for advocacy, racial justice, and reconciliation.
Thank you.
And my email is the typical diocesan form, HDALTON@episcopalct.org.
Thank you. Bart, good morning.
Good morning, Bishop. Greetings from snowy, cold Camp Washington. Just a couple of quick things from us here. I'll put in the chat my email address, Callie's, who is the Summer Camp and Program Director, as well as our website, to just remind folks of a few things. We have 3, I believe, possibly 4 opportunities for young people at camp this spring before camp even begins. Summer camp registration is open, and weeks are beginning to find young people and families signing up. So we encourage you to do all of that. And importantly, I wanted to say 2 things. One is that when we think of Camp Washington, remember that camp is our camp and retreat center for the Episcopal Church in Connecticut. And there are wonderful opportunities for all ages to participate in programming throughout the year. I offer that you visit our website, campwashington.org, and see something that might be of interest to you or parishioners. And finally, that Callie and or I are available, as are the canons in the diocese, to come and visit your parish or worshiping community on any Sunday or another time that you would like us. We are available to preach, to tell the story and news from Camp Washington, to talk about opportunities for us to be in ministry together. When I visit parishes, I often hear, well, it's great that you come and visit, but we don't have any kids here at our parish. But you have children and young people and older people and everyone who need the power of Camp Washington in your neighborhoods and in your communities. And we'd love to talk about partnerships and possibilities with you. So please reach out to us. Our schedule is filling up for the spring, but we'd love to set something up to come and visit you. Thank you, Bishop.
Thank you, Bart, as always. Diana, good morning.
Good morning, Bishop. Forgive the no view box for my name. I'm the Reverend Diana Rogers and priest in charge of Christ Church Middle Haddam and co-convener of the Journey of Discovery with Indigenous Peoples Ministry Network for ECCT. I have 2 questions that came out of our vestry meeting last night, and I'm hoping for at least some guidance. One is several of our vestry members are trying to find either Visions or Kaleidoscope anti-racism training, and they are unable to find anything that's available. And I was wondering if you have any news on whether more opportunities with those 2 programs will be coming up.
Thank you, Diana.
And then the second question is related, and that is if they have not had their training by the time of the parochial report, does that mean we are not in good standing if they are trying but have yet to find the opportunities? Thank you.
Thank you. So, Harlan, are you able to address the first part of that question? Great. Or both parts?
I am so sorry. I was engrossed in the chat responses to my earlier. Can you give me?
Yes.
What's
Questions about upcoming trainings, particularly for Visions and Kaleidoscope.
Okay, so yeah, so far we have not scheduled any trainings for 2024. Awaiting the arrival of the new canon to be able to make a decision, but we will have trainings in 2024, and hopefully they'll be able to be scheduled soon. But that's the short of it. Part of the difficulty is that we haven't built in an evaluation tool in the past, and so it's hard to make a judgment about how things have gone. Given that reality, I think that we probably will re-up with one or more of the former vendors. So stay tuned and stay tuned.
Right. And I would simply suggest that as long as every effort has been made to schedule the trainings, you can't be held accountable for not attending a training that is not yet offered. So if you just want to document that and make note of that, I think that would be helpful.
I will say, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, please.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I cut over you.
No, I just wanted to take this opportunity, while Dee hasn't started officially yet, this is the first Wednesday morning call after the announcement went out that the Reverend Dee Littlepage will be joining us as our new canon for mission advocacy, racial justice, and reconciliation. And we could not be more excited about that, with our apologies to Trinity Hartford. But we really look forward to Dee joining the staff and leading us in this work. Dee's first day in the Commons will be Tuesday, February 13th. So please do keep Dee and the community of Trinity in your prayers as they move through this transition. And Dee, we can't wait to welcome you in person to the Commons. Arlen.
I'm sorry. The one thing Diana, there is one training that's scheduled, and it's a weekend at Camp Washington, a gathering in Spanish for Latino leaders, lay and ordained, led by Deacon Emma Rosero Nordom of the Diocese of Massachusetts. And seen the PowerPoint of the presentation. It's truly stunning. That's a new offering, May 3rd and 4th at Camp Washington.
Thank you. Stacy.
Thank you, Bishop. This is Stacy Cole, once again, your Secretary of the Diocese and Convention. Forgive me, this time I am in the car driving, so no picture. I wanted to draw everyone's attention to a grant that has opened. Dean Lena mentioned this several weeks ago and then posted in the ECCT Facebook clergy group that it has opened, and it has in fact done so. It is a security grant being offered to nonprofits by the state of Connecticut. And if you search in Google state of Connecticut nonprofit security grant, or perhaps Dean Lena might be able to find the link, or someone else, because I apologize, being in the car, I can't share it in the chat. But this is a grant that is being offered for security updates, including a variety of things, and would be a good opportunity for you to reevaluate the safety and security systems within your parish, as well as to apply for these funds that have been specially designated by the state to support not-for-profits, including churches and religious organizations. So please do consider looking into this grant and perhaps applying for that, to, as always, continue to pay attention to the safety and security needs of your parish. Thank you.
Thank you, Stacy.
Yes, deadline is March 1.
And Dean Lena posted the link in the chat. Ken and Tim, good morning.
Good morning, Bishop. Good morning, everyone. I am your canon for congregations and transitions, and I'm checking in on the desire promise plan to have a variety of listening sessions to hear how the program transition is the new normal. I shouldn't say program, but framework that we put into effect in February of 2020 and have lived with for parishes in transition since then. So it affects many, many, many of our congregations across the Episcopal Church in Connecticut in a variety of different categories. And coming in February, we'll be organizing listening sessions for all parishes in transition, for those in a variety of ways of being in transition, and to get some clear data on how this has gone. The plan is to be a courageous space where people can offer how it has affected them, positive, negative, and for us to be able to hear from you how this has been an impact, our lay leaders, our clergy leaders, and then to pull together a group of representatives from all those different areas to help us adjust the framework in a way that makes sense for our parishes. So it's coming up. More information will be coming soon as we get these evenings scheduled. It will be done by regions, North and Southwest region, North Central and Northeast region, South Central and Southeast region. It'll be a Zoom meeting. We can anticipate there might be anywhere from 50 to 200 people coming on board. We'll have facilitators, break out into small groups, etc. So a lot of details coming. And for those of you that have been in transition since 2020 or still are, this will be a space for you. Thank you.
Thank you. Marta, good morning.
Good morning. Marta Rivera Monclova here wearing my Haven hat with gratitude to Dean Lena for the shout out earlier. I am here to announce our next Evensong hosted at Grace Episcopal Church in Hartford. I'm putting links to the flyer in the chat. And it's going to be on the 25th for the Feast of the Conversion of St. Paul. And we're doing something differently this time. This is only our second one, so we're refining. We are offering, if you would like to sing with us in the Scola, just give us a shout to our email and plan to come a little bit early. Vesting is optional, but welcome. We're particularly asking for like clergy people who used to sing in a choir and miss just being able to show up and sing and not have to lead anything. And so, but you're also welcome to come and just listen. So if you'd like to sing with us, there's an email to RSVP. And if you would like to come listen, then you are very welcome at 6 p.m. at Grace Hartford on the 25th of January.
What if your clergy would never be invited to join a choir? Can we still come?
Yes, you are especially invited to join the Scola if no one would ever invite you to join the Scola. We feel very strongly around here that God calls us to make a joyful noise, but have not seen any evidence that God calls us to make a tuneful noise.
Thank you, Marta. Callie, good morning.
Good morning. My name's Callie. I am the programs director at Camp Washington. I wanted to hop on and share, y'all were talking about earlier about confirmation and recognizing that we have the regional confirmations happening. We also have a confirmation retreat happening at Camp Washington. We're partnering with Bishop Aarons. She's coming out. She'll be helping lead. We have clergy coming out as well. But it's open for all confirmands between 7th and 11th grade. And so it's going to be a time we have some like camp things, like your like stereotypical camp things, but also it's intentional time for conversation, reflection, and kind of sharing in this common journey with young people. And so I'm excited. I know others are excited as well. We are also looking for chaperones. And so maybe you're like, Callie, we don't have any confirmands at our camp, at our parish. But maybe you have some people who are willing to come and be a chaperone. They do need to be Safe Church certified. So that is something that is required. But we are excited. That is in March, March 15th and 16th. I had to remember for a moment. But it's also on our website. I'll put the link in the chat that goes directly to our website of our spring programming that is happening between now and the start of the summer season. We have a couple other opportunities as well, but I just wanted to mention that since it was kind of what was being talked about.
Thank you, Kelly. And the name says Rosanna Rosado, but it looks like Gigi.
Yeah, sorry, I stole her phone. I just wanted to remind everybody
Could you just
that we
introduce
have.
yourself, Gigi? Sorry.
Oh, sure. I'm Gigi Leekfeld. I'm the data analyst manager at ECCT. And I just wanted to remind everybody that we have parochial report orientation sessions coming up starting January 30th. Also on the 31st and February 1st, we have a morning session, an afternoon session, and an evening session. And we'll just be walking parishes through the parochial report process and how to submit those online. So we hope you'll join us. And the link for that is in the ECCT calendar.
Thank you so much, Gigi. Good morning. Oh, that's a lot of announcements of things happening in the life of ECCT, and there are even more events happening that links are in the chat. So I encourage you to make note of them. Our next time together as a group for all clergy and parish leaders, because we have an extra Wednesday in January, our next time together as a large group will be Wednesday, February 7th Though, please do remember that next Wednesday morning will be our monthly call with wardens serving in parishes without settled clergy. So wardens in parishes without settled clergy are invited to join us next Wednesday on Zoom for conversation and support. And with that, I turn it back over to you, Bishop Ahrens.
Thank you so much. I will say the meeting we had last week with the wardens was just exceptional, such a joy. So I do commend those meetings to folks. And I will also commend the parochial report training. I went to a couple last year and they are spectacular. So I do want to highlight those as well. I'm going to offer a prayer written by Cole Arthur Riley. She was a resource that was talked about. Her writings were a resource we talked about at the Lay Preachers Group on Tuesday. So I share this prayer with all of you. God, we confess that we do not rest easily with you. We feel lazy or lonely. Sometimes we feel like rest is a waste of time, or like our bodies are not worth it, or like we can rest, but maybe not with you, God. And we confess that though your yoke is supposed to be easy, Jesus, sometimes we manufacture reasons to make it hard. Help us, God. Be the Lord of Sabbath to us, Jesus. Refresh, Holy Spirit. Amen.
The peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, keep your hearts and minds in the knowledge and love of God and of God's Son, our Savior, Jesus Christ.
Amen.
And the blessing of God Almighty, eternal majesty, incarnate word, and abiding spirit be upon you and remain with you forever. Amen. God bless you all. Keep one another in prayer. And we will see you all when we next gather together on the 7th.
Be well.
Wish us luck on the bowling alley. I'm just hoping not to injure myself. That's
Just hoping the bumpers are on the sides.
all I didn't even think about.